What up? It's your boy Cushion coming live from the cave, and I got another banger for you. Pause. Hey, so this story, I'm gonna call this one. If it can go wrong, it went wrong. And this is the story of the 1998 fight we had with Southern. So, 1998. You know, we just came off an amazing Labor Day Classic performance. You know, the Box pulled out the afros. I mean, it's going down. You know, dance routine is kicking, band is big. Like, it's like everything is everything. Now we're preparing for Southern. You know, I remember that week. That Southern week, you know, it was real tense, you know, because again, you're getting ready to go up against a powerhouse band. You know, you got to be in that mind frame of, hey, I'm getting ready to knock your head off, at least on the horns or on the drums. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think earlier, maybe like I think it was maybe like a Thursday, we end up getting like 24 brand new tubers. 24 tubers. I'm talking about, this is the first time in a long time that, you know, 14K had got something new that I can remember. So, yeah. So 24 brand new tubers. You know, trumpet section is, you know what I'm saying, playing above the staff finally. I'm talking about, it's just going down for the band. So, the game is in Beaumont, and you know, on the cool, that was like another plus for us because we never really traveled back in the day. We only got a chance to do Labor Day Classic, Cotton Bowl, but this time the game was in Beaumont, so we count that as another trip. All right, so Saturday morning, I remember we had to report to the band hall super early, maybe like 5 a.m. So we get to the band hall, you know, the band is fired up. You know, it's old heads coming back from 90, 91, 92. Like, you know, people that are like head band directors now. So like, I remember, you know, Mark Gordon coming back and, you know, like some other cats, old previous drum majors, because again, the band is pumping and driving. Pause. And you know, we getting ready to go up against Southern. So 5 a.m. Maybe about 6 a.m. probably just because we were just up there too early and there was too much dead time. I remember the box and the trumpets had got into it. What they got into it for, I don't know. But the box and the trumpets are at each other's neck, just, you know, I'm talking about really like getting ready to real live squabble. And I remember they finally, you know, calmed everything down. And I remember Mark Gordon getting on the podium and he was like, y'all fighting each other, and what if y'all gotta fight Southern? It was like a chill just come across the band hall. So, again, so everybody's calm, everybody cool. You know, boxing, the trumpets, you know, dab it up. I'm sorry, man. All right, Fox Screamer, all right, you know, whatever. So, we end up getting on the buses. And remember, like I said, if it can go wrong, it will wrong. We load up the buses, you know, thinking that we getting ready to this is just going to be another, you know, band trip. You know, we getting ready to blow Southern out. We just got rated the #1 band in the nation, all this type of stuff, you know. So we get on the bus, heading down I-10, and the next thing you know, the bus breaks down. That's 2. Now we stranded on the side of the road, waiting on another bus. You know, normally we would, if we're going, wherever we're going to the Astrodome, or if we're going shit, to Waller County, we gonna stop at Luby's. We couldn't make it to Luby's. Like, that was, that's 3. Like, we couldn't get no Luby's. So we ended up eating like some McDonald's, and because, you know, the band was so big, you know, it took a long time for them to serve us. So by the time we ended up getting our food, the food is cold. We eating like cold double cheeseburgers. And you know, Pun back there pissed off, like, God damn, what am I supposed to do with this? So anyway, shout out Pun. So boom. Bus breakdown, no Luby's, cold McDonald's, and then finally we pull up to the stadium. Alright, we riding charter now, like, you know, we riding the Rolls Royce of buses. We pull up to the stadium, and our buses are right next to Southern's bus. Like, this is Southern, this is us. And you know how they have those little the intercom, you know, where, you know, bus driver to bus driver can, you know, communicate with each other. So some dudes from Southern get on the intercom, and they like, yeah, we getting ready to F y'all up. Yeah, we about to this and we about to that, and F y'all and F you and that. They going in. I'm talking, this is just on the bus. We ain't picked up an instrument. They going in. So the box K and the Foxes are all on one bus, or the box and the K and some of the Foxes on the bus. So we on the bus. We just kind of like, man, whatever. Y'all ain't ready for what we got. Because again, we just had a live Labor Day Classic performance. The band is huge. 24 brand new. I'm talking about the first time the tubas left the band hall. Brand spanking new. I remember my crab brother Big Kenny, and he'll come back around in the story as well. So my crab brother Big Kenny grabs the mic, and he like, where those white baritones y'all call tubas? And it was like something, they went crazy when they heard that. It was like they was pulling their hair out, like, ah! They beating on the windows now. They pissed off. They are fired up. Like, that's all it took for somebody to say, somebody to call y'all tubas baritone. I'm talking about, like, they going crazy. Now, our buses are still parked next to each other. So we probably sat on the bus for maybe like 40 minutes, just sitting there waiting to see, what they want us to do. They finally let us off the bus. We go, axe up, we line up, we warm it up. Next thing you know, Southern drum majors and a couple other cats come around. They like, man, look at these whole ass niggas and da. They just mouthing, they just talking their talk. And I remember Joe B was like, y'all chill, don't worry about it, don't let them get in your head. Keep stay focused. So Joe B just kind of calmed everybody down. As rowdy as he was like the calmest person there. Y'all chill, don't worry about it. Hey, just keep on warming up. So if you watch, there's a tape that's floating around where the box is lined up and then Southern is lined up like right next to us, maybe like 10 yards down in the straight line. We're in a straight line. We're not face to face. We just lined up. So we kind of going like low key. We kind of battling, going cadence for cadence a little bit. Nothing crazy, but we would play something, they would play something, we would play something. So that was that. Now we march in. Oh well, they march in first because we're the home team. And of course, we got our chant. We about to kick some. You know how I go. So we chanting and they marching. And I ain't gonna lie to you, them dudes come through. They sound like soldiers. All you can hear was them boots just choo, 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 choo. Just, I'm talking about our mugs. They look like some monsters. They look like the Monstars marching in. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. So, boom, so they get into the stadium. Now it's time for us to march in. We march in, the crowd is going crazy. Like, it was probably one of the best march-ins that I can remember. You know, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube, or I'm sure maybe somebody like Sam or Adrian or, you know, put it on here. But it was a legendary marching. And then, you know, for the box, it kind of took us to we kind of was on another level, on another high, because Nathan Robinson had came back, Rodney had came back, so the box, we deep, you know, I'm talking, it's going down. So boom, we get into the stands. Southern play something, we hit them with Genesis, and it's ringing the stadium. I'm talking about echoes. I'm pretty sure they didn't expect us to sound as big as we did. But again, we got the momentum. We just got 24 brand new tubas. The box feature is smashing. You know what I'm saying? We just got rated, you know, #1 in the nation, or, you know, whatever. It was like one of the first polls that had really kind of came out. We were #1. So we go through the whole first half, you know, just kind of exchanging songs or whatever. So, you know how back in the day, the box used to pimp walk to the other side of the field. So we lined up, we getting ready to go on the field. You know, we got the drums up, we swagging to the other side, we pimp walking to the other side, right? Soon as we get in front of Southern's audience, I'm talking about Mr. and Miss Southern. Like, this is the face of the university. They are talking so much noise to us. I'm talking about cash money-ish. They are letting us have it. Look at these, this and this, and look at them. They got girls on cymbals, and look at y'all, and this Miss Southern. They got girls on cymbals. Oh my God! Look, they this, they that. Oh, look! Listen at the drums. Ugh, like they letting us have it. Like this is a very mild version of what they were saying, but they giving us the business. John Bradley, he was a crab that year. I remember he was. I guess he just got fed up. You know, normally crabs don't talk, but you know, he a real Northside dude. He just jumped out of character like, man, F y'all, F you, and look at these drums, and yeah, watch what we getting ready to do on this field. Y'all can't touch us, y'all. I'm talking about we surprised that he even talking because he a crab. But you know, so we kind of calm him down, like chill out, John B. You know, chill. Boom. So we line up. Well, actually, Southern goes on the field first. And you know, we already in position to to go on the field. We're not on the hash. We just wait. You know, because Southern still got to perform. And I remember, no lie, everything I'm telling y'all, this is no gas. This is just my version. This is what I experienced. So I remember there was this one guy. I don't know what he played. But, you know, Southern is already in the end zone. And I remember one dude just kind of running over to us, and he was like, yeah, we about to F y'all up. We about to F y'all up. And in my head, I'm like, damn, these dudes must got a hell of a field show, because, like, this dude fired up. Yeah, we about to F y'all up, man. F y'all. We about to kill y'all. Yeah, get ready. We about to, I'm talking, he, like, really, like, for real? Like, dang, like, what? I really don't know what type of energy this dude is giving. Like, either y'all got a real good field show, or we getting ready to tussle. But he was, hey, we getting ready to F y'all up. Like, these the fingers. So boom, Southern goes on the field. They do their thing. It's the traditional Southern show, you know. 4 boxes, dance routine, you know. in and outs and all, whatever y'all, figure eights, whatever y'all call it, drill, whatever. We didn't do stuff like that. It was just like, design, get out the way, let the box come through. But anyway, so Southern, they did their thing. And now it's time, Southern is getting ready to come off the field, and it's time for us to come up to the line so we can go on the field. And I'm sure y'all seen the tape, but I just want to give you an insight of what that commotion was like in there. So Southern comes up to the hash, we back up, just in case they want to come forward, we back up a little bit. And now, normally they would, left face and march out. This time, they just kind of stood there. So, again, so now we like, it's time for us to get ready to go on the field. It's time for us to move up. So we move up to the sideline. We at parade rest, or at least I'm at parade rest. Or really like the left half of the field is at parade rest. All the commotion is in the middle. So the left and the right half, we're at parade rest, ready to go onto the field, and the commotion is in the middle. So all of a sudden you can just hear, F them ends, F them. March through the line, just walk through the line. And of course, you don't break no ranks. Breaking a rank in the band world is a no-no. So, all of a sudden, you just see it was like a cartoon. It was the longest 30 seconds of my life. All you can see, you can just see trombones flying everywhere, trumpets, see a cymbal, drumsticks. I'm talking about, it's chaos. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still at parade rest with my eyes just bucked like, what is going on? So, but again, like I said, it's going down in the middle. And rest in peace, Demond Jackson. I remember Demond Jackson kind of slapping me on the back of my neck like, hey, wake up, like it's going down, let's go. So I finally come to, and now we're moving towards the middle of the commotion. Remember I told you Big Kenny would come back around. Shout out Big Kenny. Like, it's funny now, but in the moment it was it was bad. So boom, Demond, snaps me out of my zone, and now we gotta go save each other. Big Kenny is down on the ground. He was the biggest dude there. Like, he's still the biggest. That's my boy. I mean, he's the best bass player in the world, best tuba player in the world, probably one of the best people, best musicians in the world. So he's the biggest. But anyway, Big Kenny is on the ground, like flat on the ground, and the smallest dude from Southern, this dude had to be about this big. He is on top of Big Kenny, just working him. Boom, boom, boom. I'm talking, he going to work on Kenny. And me and Demond, like, snatched him up. Me and Demond pulled the dude out, both of us, me and Demond. Like, it really could have only took one of us. But me and Demond snatched the dude up. Boom, as soon as he jumped up, and, he cocked back to hit one of us, a police officer grabbed him. Boom, put him in cuffs. Like, I'm talking about saved. I don't know how that would have ended, but we yanked him up. He cocked back, click, click, cuffs. So now, we got Big Kenny up, walking to the sideline. And through all this commotion, man, I still remember vivid parts of, what happened. Through all this, Montre, he was our section leader. Montre is leaning on the wall, got his foot up on the wall, like, look at this. Like, what's going on? Like, he didn't move. I remember seeing Dennis run across the field. Not that these people were scared, they just wasn't in the mix of the commotion. Um, and again, it's funny now, but then it was bad, because like some horrible like images came from the fight, but 30 years later, it's we can laugh about it now. But here's the kicker. Wait, before I move on, remember I said we had 24 brand new tubers. It was like half a Southern band was fighting and the other half was stomping tubers. It was like they just jumping, just rah, rah. They just having a good jolly time crushing the tubers. I'm talking about the tubers were flat. Like paper thin flat. They crushed them. So the fight, they again, like I said, and all this is in 35 seconds. The fight was not long. The fight wasn't long at all. So they finally break the fight up. PB go back to their side, Southern go back to their side. We didn't get a chance to perform. Like, as a matter of fact, if we could have performed, we would have had to do it with no tubers because they was flat. Now we're back in the stands, and what was even like another slap in the face for us is like from across the field. And again, this is just my point of view. This is just what I experienced or what I see. So from across the field, you just see Southern, like you can see them like wiping themselves off, like, yeah, that was easy. Putting their hats back on. They just, tuning and everything. And the next thing you know, they crank up. You don't want to go to war with a soldier. SU Jukebox. I'm talking about crowd is going crazy because Southern, they travel well. It's nothing but gold and blue pom-poms in the air. It was just like the whole crowd was just taunting us like, y'all got it. I'm talking. Then the next thing they play their fight song. Then they crank up another song. They probably maybe played about 3-4 songs. Now, that's about 3 more jabs. Then I remember one of their band directors came to our side because during the fight, some people from PB had grabbed some Southern paraphernalia. So, it was a cape and a stick. And now the band director is over there. He's like, yeah, that's ours. We'll take that. Let me get that stick. That's ours. That plume. Yeah, give me. So now they retrieving all their stuff. They still over there live at 5, blowing the roof off the stadium. And then they tell us, y'all gotta go. They kick us out the stadium. I don't know if they made us leave or if Prop just made a decision and was like, you know what, let's go. So, like I said, if it can go wrong, it went wrong. We end up having to walk. We did a full circle around the stadium. Like, they didn't know where the buses was. I'm talking, we lapped the stadium. Oh man. And I can remember just walking through the parking lot, and any car that had like them little SU flags on there, we was breaking them off like, we was so mad. Now we get back on the bus, and again, like I said, we was riding in the Rolls Royce charter buses at the time. We screens falling, TV reception. And we get on the bus, we riding back, and Beaumont is just down the street. It felt like it took us 10 hours to get just to Beaumont. We riding back to the school, and next thing you know, on the TV, preview, Marching Storm gets in the fight with Southern University. I'm like, oh, we all on CNN. We like, oh my God. And if you could just see the faces on the bus, like, Lord. Like people, I don't even know where people are getting ice pack from. You know how like when on the movies, you get a black eye, you gotta put a steak on your eye. I remember Chauncey had like a bologna sandwich on his trying to cover his eye up. Alvin Paul, he had just finished getting mixed up. And I always wanted to ask Alvin, like, because like he's famous, you know, throughout that fight. Why wouldn't you just pick up the cymbals and just start freestyling? Like he at attention, just getting bounced around. Like he moving. He ain't getting hit not one time. Like people try to, you know, play him like he was getting mixed up, but he really nice with. He was really on some Mayweather. But I just didn't understand. I would have, man, if I'd had them silvers, I would have sliced somebody. But he did. But the faces on the bus, like we just looked defeated, man. Like that was a long ride home. It was a long ride there, and an even longer ride back. Pause. That was a crazy day. But I think we ended up getting suspended like one game, so we had a home game that next week. We missed the home game, and then we ended up doing the Dallas game. We ended up doing Cotton Bowl with 24 brand new tutors. So school had a little money, you know what I'm saying, to break us out with some new instruments. But boy, when I tell you, if it can go wrong, it went wrong that day. And you know what? I would love to like interview somebody from Southern to see like how they day went. You know, like of course they probably wouldn't admit like, you know, this was all in the game plan, but honestly it felt like they had already, you know, had that in them. You know, pause. Felt like they already knew they was coming for blood and not on the horn. Whoo boy. But yeah, man. This your boy Cushion, reporting live from the cave. If you like what I'm doing, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. You know, drop your memory of the Brawl for it all. You know, if you was involved with it or if you was there. You know, let me know. Give me your feedback. Billy Past Sticks Club. Yeah.